everybody, and welcome back to TJ's Talk Show on this Tuesday afternoon. We're going to have a action-packed segment today. We're going to stay mainly in the Pacific Northwest, talking about some news around the PNW. First off, let's go to the college hoops and just do a quick run-through on the three big teams here the two big ones in Oregon, and then we'll also talk about Gonzaga, since they are in the top 10 on the rankings. So, first off, let's just go through the rankings real quick. I'll list off the top 5. Villanova at 1, UCLA 2, Kansas 3, Baylor 4, Duke 5. And then you have Gonzaga at 8. You go down a little ways, you have Oregon at 22. We have a couple of more Pac-12 teams. Arizona at 19, USC at 24. So, Oregon, or Pac-12 basketball has been pretty good so far this season. The Oregon Ducks are tied for third overall in the Pac-12, yet to start conference play. That'll start close to the new year. But the Ducks, who struggled mightily at the beginning of the year, lost 2 of the first 4, have gone in on a good streak, beating Tennessee, UConn, Boise State, Western Oregon, Savannah State, and Alabama, which was, that game happened on Sunday, and they play again tonight against Montana at MetLife Arena in Eugene. But going at 8-2 on the season to start off. Pretty good start for Oregon. Tyler Dorsey's leading the team in points at 14. Peyton Pritchard, the guard, leading the way at 3.7 assists, and Roman Sorkin leading the way at field goal percentage at 63%. So not a bad start. Got a well-rounded team down there in Eugene. You got a good three-headed monster. Tyler Dorsey at 14, Chris Boucher averaging 13.2, and then Dylan Brooks averaging 13 as well. So you got 3 guys that can do just about everything for you. They're all shooting fairly well, all above 45% on this season. So that's very encouraging. You got 3 guys that you can rely on to give you 20 minutes and score pretty much at will. And then you have some pretty decent rebounders. Jordan Bell leads the team with 8 rebounds a game, 8 points. So, there's a guy who can flirt with the double-double on a nightly basis. And like I said, they struggled early in the season, which you can imagine. There was a lot of pressure on the Ducks, who were a top 10 team when the rankings first came out. So there's definitely a lot of pressure there. They were a team that was ranked 5th in the country to start the season. Got a big win at Army, lost to Baylor handily. That was a big loss. And then going to the Maui Invitational, they lost to Georgetown, but since then have turned it around. And their big win to date, beating Tennessee, UConn, those are some pretty good victories. And then Alabama by 9 on Sunday. Got a few more games before Pac-12 play opens up. They got Montana tonight, UNLV on Saturday, and then Fresno State on the 20th before facing UCLA, currently ranked number 2 in the country, to open up Pac-12 play. So they definitely need to keep that momentum rolling before they enter Pac-12 play. The first 2 games are against UCLA and USC, both in the top 25. So that'll be interesting. Luckily for Oregon, they're at home, so MetLife Arena should be definitely creating a great atmosphere that the Ducks can pull away some wins. Like I said, they're 8-2 on the year. They're tied with Cal and Arizona at 8-2, USC 9-0, and then UCLA on top of the Pac-12 at 10-0. So definitely better basketball by the Ducks as of late. And now let's go to the rivals about an hour away in Corvallis. Oregon State Beavers struggling quite a bit. They're 3-7 on the season. Their last win came about 3-4 games ago, back on the 28th of November, when they beat Southern Oregon. So that's, a small D1 AA team, or maybe even a D2 team. So, not great that's your last win. They lost to Mississippi State by nearly 20, lost to Lost to Charlotte by 3. And then most recently lost to Savannah State 93-90. So, again, not a super packed schedule. No one really stands out as that powerhouse team that they haven't faced any ranked opponents yet. And they won't all the rest of the way out of conference. They play Long Beach State on Friday. Then they play Portland on the 18th, which is Sunday, the December 18th. And then Kent. They play Kent State on the 21st of December before opening up Pac-12 play with USC and then UCLA. So USC and UCLA will start in Oregon and then just flip-flop facing Oregon and Oregon State. But for Oregon State, they're just not really it's kind of hard to say why they're playing poorly. I mean, you have Trey Tinkle at 20 points a game, Stephen Thompson Jr. 3.8 assists, and Drew Eubanks at 61%, leading the team in field goal percentage. But I mean, you got 4 guys averaging double digits right now. Tinkle at 20, Thompson at 14.8, Eubanks at 14 points a game, and then Ja'Cory McLaughlin at 10. So, really tough, but it doesn't help that your star, Tinkle, has not played recently, has not played in the last 4 games. I believe he's injured. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really kept up on the Beavers basketball season so far, but, that's not good when your leading scorer's only played in 6 games. And then Stephen Thompson, your second leading scorer, has only played in 4 games, so once again has not played. He played recently. He played against Savannah State, 43 minutes. They went to overtime, had 17 points. So Thompson looks like he's starting to get healthy. And so he's going to have to pick it up a lot going, just keeping Tinkle, got to keep Oregon State competitive. Drew Eubanks has played every game so far, so that's encouraging. 23 points, 6 blocks, 16 rebounds in the overtime loss to Savannah State on Sunday. So, I mean, I don't know what else you want from this team. You need a lot more scoring from the looks of it. I mean, just throwing it out there, 68 points a game. That's tied for 279th in the country. So you need, and they allow 70 points a game. So when you give up more points than you score, you're typically not going to do very well in the win-loss record. So once again, they play Long Beach State on Friday. That is the Beavers, who will try to get their 4th win of the season. And now to the most successful team in the Pacific Northwest out of Spokane, the Gonzaga Bulldogs. A perfect 10-0, the 8th seed. And much like usual, no one really, their out-of-conference schedule is not super strong, but they do have 2 top 25 wins against Iowa State at the Kennel in Spokane and Arizona. So those are their 2 big out-of-conference games, and they were able to capitalize on both of them, beating Iowa State 73-71 and Arizona 69-62. And then they've beaten Washington. They beat Akron most recently. That was on December 10th, and they don't play again until the 18th, which is next Sunday. So they got their normal WCC schedule. So their big competition, as usual, is St. Mary's, who is currently ranked 20th in the country. Nigel Williams-Goss, a guard, averaging 13 points a game and 4.7 assists, leading the team in each category. And then Ryan Edwards is the leading field goal percentage man, but he averages 2 points a game, so he doesn't score a whole lot, but when he gets to shoot, he definitely makes it more times than not. Leading the way on the rebounding side is Przemysław Karanowski, 7'1" Polish player. I believe he is a senior, 7'1", averaging 6 rebounds a game. And, Mark Few does a great job just getting those guys to play team basketball night in and night out. So that's what you're really looking for from Gonzaga throughout the year. They average 82 points a game, which is best for 36th in the country, and they allow a 63.1 points a game. So that's a very good difference. To be 10-0, you got to do something right, and that seems to be what they do right. Is just playing a lot of team defense. 63 points allowed. That's not easy to do. And they rebound the ball. They average 40 rebounds a game, 41, really, and that's 28th in the country. So that is Gonzaga in a nutshell. And I know they're out of conference schedule. It hasn't been the strongest, but still, when you get 2 top 25 wins in your first 10 games, that's going to set up for good success. They play Tennessee at Tennessee, so they will go cross country on Sunday. So they'll probably would leave Friday or Saturday to get out there and kind of get their feet wet and get used to that time difference. That game's at 1 p.m. on ESPN2. Again, that is Sunday, the 18th. Of December, and they are currently in finals week, so that's why the long break between Akron on December 10th and Tennessee on the 18th. Now, let's go a little bit into the pro side of things with the Portland Trail Blazers, and I remember talking about it a few weeks ago, the rumor of Nerlens Noel going to Portland, and there's recently an article that popped up today about Nerlens Noel going to Portland and how he is the best solution. And I know I said it a couple weeks ago when that was just a rumor, but it really starts to make a lot of sense when you really think about it. Again, Portland doesn't know what defense is. Their team defense is absolutely horrendous. And they got no inside post presence, offensively or defensively. So that's definitely something that's going to not go over well. Portland 12-14 on the season, 4 games out of first place, and they play Oklahoma City tonight on ESPN. And they got to go against Russell Westbrook, who had his triple-double streak broken their last game, but he will most likely start a new one tonight. But like I was saying, Portland giving up 112 points a game. That's 28th in the league. So you're giving away too many points, especially inside. I can't imagine what their points in the paint average is. Just on the defensive end, I mean, Plumlee can't do everything. He's not an exceptional shot blocker or rim protector. And then they just spent too much money everywhere else. Obviously, with Lillard and McCollum, you have most of your money, but those are good offensive players. Evan Turner got way too much. Alan Crabb, who's got a full no-trade clause since they matched his offer sheet in the offseason. But you never know. Alan Crabb might okay the trade to Philly because he's going to get about 35 minutes a game just by pure rotation and how bad the Sixers are. So, and then you're playing with Joel Embiid, one of the best big men, up-and-coming big man, and Ben Simmons, the number 1 draft pick this last season. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of upside to Crabb going to Philadelphia to play for the Sixers. And Nerlens Noel can do just about everything. He can guard just about everybody. I mean, he's a very swift-footed big man. He rebounds really well. He shot blocks fairly well. Still working on his jump shot, but still, he is a great post presence. He knows how to play offense and defense down low in the post. He can do a lot of things. He did run into some trouble off the court in Philly. So, and then you put him next to a guy like Lillard and Terry Stotts, who bring such a positive atmosphere around the team. And I think he could really turn things around. And Nerlens Noel could definitely turn into a better version of like a Rasheed Wallace type player in Portland. Maybe not the range of the three-pointer area, but rebound well, defend the hoop well, and just be that tough guy that Portland needs in the paint. But anyway, that's as much time as I have for you today. This is TJ's Talk Show. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will talk with you tomorrow.